Hey guys, let me welcome you at my brand new channel called AquaFox. Today I want to show you how I escaped this aquarium. Before I build up aquascapes, I always have a few steps I'm planning before actually building it up. One of these steps is, first of all, create an idea what I want to make in the water, what will follow in the aquarium. The second step is to find stuff for this layout. Then you're planning how the layout will look like with the stones, the rocks, etc. After you planned, you are designing how the plants will organize in the aquarium. In the meanwhile, you are preparing the equipment you will use for the aquariums. And the last step is always the fertilization. Let's start with the main idea. I had in my mind to build up a mountain look-alike tank because before we had a more Zen-style part diorama, partly an Iwagumi-scape, and I really wanted to make something where are more plants, more colors, moving a little bit more than the previous scape. Because of that, I wanted to choose a stone and a hardscape which has more movement in it, more colors, which is not only grayish, which has more reddish and brownish colors in it, which is playing with the flow feeling. For this reason, I've been choosing for this aquarium now a frodo stone. One of the advantages is that it's not really hardening the water. Maybe sometimes in the beginning, in the first few weeks, it's hardening, but not really strong, not like Sariu stone, for example. Because of that, frodo stone seemed to be the perfect rock I wanted to choose here. As I told you, I had in my mind to create something more eye-catching. These textures simply look gorgeous, especially how the shadows in the gaps create a more mystical look. I'm sure, because of its many tones, you won't get bored of these stones. Another really important point is to think of everything which is under the really heavy hardscape. The reason I tell you this is because this massive stone can easily lead to break the glass. I'll show you later my way for rescuing your tank. While selecting the hardscape, I was paying attention on choosing a similar looking stone. Formation, texture, color and size were the most important points for me. About the size, I keep in mind that bigger hardscape elements keep in the front part and smaller at the back part. While raising up the back part, you will add more depth. This way, it takes the view from the front to the back part. The two canyons I created help in this process even more. I've been playing with the combination and sorting out until I didn't like the end results of the stones I will use at the end. It's important to make a really good foundation. For this, everything under the plants is combined through 3 layers. The bottom layer is a glued-on polystyrene layer which transfers the weight to a larger area. On the polystyrene layer, I added lava rocks. Because of its spongy structure, it helps beneficial bacteria to grow better. You may think now, why? Why not easily soil? The reason is really simple. An inappropriate ground material can easily cause problems. A good foundation makes everything much easier. The base of the aquarium is the biggest and the most important filter. In porous, rough bottom layers, nitrifying bacteria can build up a stronger colony. This way, the balance of ammonia, which is poisonous for the fish, will be much better. There are many products for this on the market, but smaller lava rock will make a good job, even too. On the top of the bottom layer, I sprinkled on some bacteria. In this case, it was Bacter 100 from ADA. It's not necessary, but in my opinion, it makes the run-in phase less complicated because the needed bacteria can be established faster. On the top of that, I poured in Tropica soil. For a faster rooting of the smaller plants with tinier roots, I'd recommend you to top it with some powder soil. This way, smaller plants like Monte Carlo and Cuba can easily root and won't float up to the surface. Because I didn't use substrate, I smashed in a few Tropica nutrition capsules, where I plant later the plants too. One capsule is for a hand-sized area adequate. When choosing a soil, I recommend you to take care of choosing a better quality soil. There are some soils which are more famous, like for example the Amazonia or Tropica soil, but there are plenty other really good soils. But take care of using a better soil, because later it will be much easier with a good soil than with a bad soil. I personally prefer Tropica soil if I want to make a planted tank, because it's not that acidic than Amazonia, and it's really easy to plant in plants. In this aquarium, I wanted to try out how the Tropica system works. Because of that, I used here Tropica soil, Tropica nutrition capsules, and as well the fertilization is from Tropica. I really like the other systems and I used them before, but I wanted to try out how Tropica works. Both are very good systems, but I think it's not the best to combine them. Because of that, I made now a Tropica one. But this video is not sponsored by any of them. There is one trick I didn't show you yet. Sometimes we decide to make sharper edges between hardscape elements. For example, you want to make an island-style scape where on the outside of the middle composition is sand and in the middle there is soil with all the plants and the stones are holding back the soil. Or if you want to achieve a bigger cave underwater, or you want to hold a stronger elevation. But as soon as you pour in soil, all the soil will just go through the holes between the stones. There is a really easy way to get rid of this. I use for this filter floss. I'm sure you and many of you have been thinking of this before, but weren't sure about using it. Do it! First of all, filter floss is getting really easy brownish, getting a brownish color. So this way you won't see it that easily. The next important point is that if you want to put plants on the top of this filter floss, they can really easy make the rootings in this filter floss. If you just think of how you're getting most of the plants, especially potted plants, they are rooting in a spongy, more like a filter floss material. So because of that, I'm sure plants will easily root in this filter floss. Filter floss is anyway made for being in water because most of us use it in filters too. This is the first time I used it this way, and I'm sure I will do it next time too. The use is really easy. Just break up a little part of it, scrunch it a little bit and insert it from the inside in the hole you want to use it, so it will hold better. It's not necessary to glue it on because of its structure. It may fix anyway easily. When I positioned in the rocks and the scape, after I put in the gravel, I knew that I want to make two streets going up, two ways going up. For this, I've been using on the bottom ground the gravel. Later, I put in some sand as well. When putting down the sand on the soil, it gets mixed up very easily. Because I don't want to work every week to separating the soil from the sand, for this reason I was using the gravel underneath the sand. But this can wait. You have time, you don't need to hurry. Because of that, I've been putting in the sand only 2 weeks after I actually filled up the tank with water. After finishing the hardscape, I was thinking about how I will position the plants and which plants I'm gonna use. I had an idea which are the plants I want to use now because I really like them, I like the colors. There were a few I really preferred before. For this, I usually try to mark where I want to put the plants in. But how I put them in and why I used these plants, this I will tell you in the next episode. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. The next episode will be about planting, all informations about plants in general, and finishing the scape. If you have any questions, comment below. Hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see further videos, and see you soon. Bye!